Hey everybody, welcome to my new YouTube channel called Baum Designs. I'm Rhonda and I'm the creator of Baum Designs, and this is the first video to introduce myself and this channel to all of the YouTube universe. At any rate, as I said, my name is Rhonda, and here I plan to talk about all of my fiber arts hobby, everything that I like to do. I like to spin, I like to knit, I like to crochet, all kinds of projects with yarn. I dye my own yarn. Like I said, I spin my yarn. I make projects like this sweater behind me. I got hats. I've got all kinds of ideas and things that I make. And I'm hoping to just start sharing my projects, my ideas with everybody out there. Hopefully people will enjoy what they're seeing from me, and I'm open to suggestions. I would love to get a following going. I would love to start giving away some things, and just building a brand a little bit here. So if you're interested, please subscribe and hit the like button. Again, I'm new to this, but I think it's going to be a fun journey. A little bit more about me. I have been crocheting probably since I was 10 years old. Right now, I'm teaching my 8-year-old granddaughter how to knit, and not knit, but crochet. She will learn to knit as well. She's really getting into it. She's, just making little tiny squares right now, but it's so adorable. But I learned how to knit from my grandma and my aunt. My aunt was a huge crocheter. She used to make blankets like you would not believe, like all the blankets she would make them. She had tons of patterns, and everybody would get a blanket, and everybody would get something every year, like, and she would make little ornaments, little to decorate our gifts with. She was amazing. Unfortunately, she's no longer with us, but she was incredible. So she was a huge inspiration to me, and I think where I get the crochet gene and the yarn addiction, because it's definitely an addiction, I do believe. I don't know about all you other yarn lovers out there and people in the fiber arts space, but it's like you just can't get enough of it, I don't know. It's definitely an addiction. And as you can see behind me, this is a lot of my collection. It's not all of it, but it's some of it. It's some of the more stuff that I call nicer, the more higher end. I mean, there's a lot of name brands in there. I like to store my yarn flat in skeins, so there's some that are in balls as well, but usually they're in the bins. It's just easier for me to store it that way. But yeah, this is where I do a lot of my stuff. This is where I keep my yarn. In the other room, I have my spinning, an electric spinning wheel. In this room, I do have over here next to me my it's a Lindrum spinning wheel. Let's see if I can show it. Over there. So yeah, I love to spin the yarn. I actually hadn't been spinning for a while, but I have been picking it back up again because I've been watching other YouTube videos where people are showing how they do the combo spins or the fractal spinning, and it's absolutely gorgeous the way the yarn comes out. So I've been practicing, and I've just been using some cheap wools. Actually found some wools. It comes in a pack, and it's for needle felting. But I'm not a felter. I like to spin it. So I found a pack of at Hobby Lobby for only $6.99. A thing of colored felt. I mean, wool for felting. But I spun it up, and I ended up making this gorgeous yarn out of it. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. And it's got some oranges and pinks and light teals and greens. It's beautiful. And no lie, I got some help from AI, and it gave me a name called Weathered Wildflowers. And I even have an inspiration picture to go with it. I'm going to be posting this on my website. And I do have a website now. It is called MsbaumDesigns.square.site. So I am using Square for my website. I'm just using the free version right now because I'm just getting started. But I will be posting this yarn, and I have a second ball because I bought 2 packs of the color. And I have the second ball, I'm almost done spinning. And then all I have to do is ply it. So I'm going to have 2 identical skeins just like this. And now I can recreate it because I know what to buy to create it. And I know exactly the pattern that I used to split the fiber up and spin it in the right order. So second skein is almost done. I just have a little bit left of the single to spin, and then I will 2-ply it. This is just a 2-ply, and I'm really bad. I need to expand my skills with spinning, but I've have a habit of doing the same thing all the time. So I always end up cake plying, where I wind the single into a cake and then ply it from both ends, and that's how I ply. I have done a 3-ply with 3 bobbins. I've also done chain plying, or Navajo plying, as some people call it. And we'll go into more details in some other videos down the road on how I do some of those things. But today, I just kind of wanted to talk about who I am, what my intentions for this channel are going to be. I would like to eventually give away some stuff, whether it's some hand spun or some hand dyed. Over here in this corner, I also have a lot of my hand dyed that I do because I also dye yarn. I may give away finished products. I do have stuff for sale on my website now. I've started posting some of the things that I would like to sell. I have some wearables. I have some mini skein sets. So if you're interested in that too, you can go to my website and check it out. It's not built up very well just yet. I'm working on it. I am still working full time, so my goal is to hopefully semi-retire in about a year or so from now, and then kind of make the YouTube and the crafting world my full-time gig. If I can. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I need followers, right? So hopefully you'll subscribe and like me. But this is the plan. This is the plan. I've been dreaming of doing this for years and just actually haven't done it. But I think it's time. It is time. So with all that said, I do hope to get some followers here. There's a couple of other things I want to talk about that I'm working on right now, besides the spinning. I had doing some home decor stuff and trying to stash bust. I have an entire other room full of more yarn. It's more box store yarns like Red Heart and that kind of stuff, and I love all kind of yarn. Sometimes I might be considered a yarn snob, but I'm really not. I love all yarns. I will find a use for every type of yarn. Doesn't matter what it is. I tend to go towards the more natural stuff for the higher end stuff. Wools and alpaca. Alpaca is my favorite medium for spinning and for creating yarn and projects. I just love the drape. I love its softness. I do blend a lot of my alpaca. So I also have in my garage, I have the drum carders and all of that to create my own bats. And again, we'll go into more details on some of the all the different things that I do. But today I just kind of wanted to give some general, this is what I'm working on today and right now. But absolutely, I will be going over all the different things that I do and create and within the fiber art space. Like I said, I've been crocheting and knitting pretty much my whole life. I started getting into the alpaca and spinning probably 15 years ago, maybe a little longer than that. It's probably been maybe 16, 17 years ago. At one point in time, my family actually owned some alpacas. And so I ended up with a lot of alpaca fiber. I gave a lot of it away. I sold some of it. I used to sell at craft fairs, and I did pretty well. And then COVID hit, and, we all know about that. But now it's time. It's time to start bringing it all back, getting it all at forefront. I want to do fairs again. I'd like to do some shows again. I just want to share my stuff, and I just want to get it out there. So, as I was saying, today I wanted to talk a little bit about a few of the projects that I got going on right now, because I was trying to stash bust some of the yarn in the other room, and I'm thinking, what can I make I don't want to make a sweater right now. I don't want to make a cardigan, another cardigan. And I'm more into cardigans than sweaters, mostly because I get too hot in a sweater. So I like to do cardigans. I can take it off and on. What do I want to make? So I pulled out some yarn out of the other room and started stash busting. So one of the projects I recently made was this bag. See if you can see it there. And this is made out of Red Heart's Bitty Stripes and in a kind of the pale rainbow color. I don't have the label anymore. It's crinkling because I have it stuck with paper right now. And yeah, I think I'm going to put this up for sale on my website. The handle is not, or the strap is not the best, and it's pretty long, so it would be like a good crossbody bag like this, right? I know these tend to stretch out, but I do have a zipper in it. So I did hand sew a zipper in it. I like to put zippers in my bags. I did not line this one. I do have another bag that I'm working on that I'm thinking of lining, and it might go up for sale as well. But this is, yes, a bag that I recently decided to use some yarn to stash bust with. The other thing that I thought would be a great yarn eater are these baskets. So I made 2 big baskets. There's 2 of them in here, if you can see. I am going to give these to my granddaughters so that they can put them in their rooms and store either some stuffies, or for my older one, she's into the crochet. She could put her yarn. She's got yarn, and I'll have her put her yarn in one of these. So these are for the grandkids. And this is just your basic round basket. Patterns everywhere. Nothing special. I just put some handles on it. And it's 3 strands of yarn held together, and it is also mostly Red Heart yarn. And I think some Karen 1 pound is in there as well. So that is, so I did that in the last couple of days. I did both of those literally in the last 2 days. And then I decided I still have a lot more yarn in there, and I decided to start making another basket. This one is square. And this one, I decided I was going to put this is just a cheap dollar store fabric basket from the dollar store. And I thought, you know what, since these baskets, especially the square ones, don't really hold their shape very well unless you use, some jute type, rope or something. But if I just slide it over my cheap dollar store cloth basket, I do think I'm going to put some stitches on here to hold it together a little bit. I think I will just do a little bit of, stitching along here to line it up and make sure that you get the dollar store baskets completely hidden. And I do plan to just kind of run some stitching along there to keep it together. And then you have a cute, more decorative basket. Because I have a ton of the cheap fabric store or cheap dollar store fabric basket. Now these ones over here are nicer. Those are like, I think I got those at Target a long time ago. But my idea is to use the cheaper ones, the cheaper dollar store, because they're pretty cheap and they're not that pretty. So this, cover it up and give you more, use up some yarn and give you more decor. So again, this is also some Red Heart flecked yarn with some gray, kind of a taupey, grayish, I think it's the Lion brand, some Lion brand yarn, Pound of Love, and then also some cotton. I did put some cotton in this, a gray Premier kitchen cotton, I think. So that's the 3 strands that this one's made from. But yeah, that is what I've been working on the last couple of days. I'm going to make a second one because I have 2 of these that sit in my utility cart near my laundry room. And this one just has, I put my shopping bags and different things like that in it for when I'm going shopping. So that's what I've been working on the last couple of days. Inside this basket is it's going to be another cardigan like that on the mannequin. And I'm using some Red Hot, what is this? This is macchiato. This is macchiato cakes yarn. So this is the back. It's going to be just like the one on the mannequin. I have a back done. And then I'm already started on one of the front panels. And this is my own design. There's no pattern for this. I just made it up, and I will do that. I will just make up. I do want to eventually write some patterns down and maybe start doing pattern writing as well, but I've never published a pattern. I just make stuff. I will see a pattern and I will follow some patterns, and I've made a lot of things where I followed patterns. And I have a huge pattern collection in the other room. My bookshelf is full of books and magazines. I used to get magazine subscriptions and I had to stop those because I just had too many. So someday I will share that as well. But I will just create and make something up. I will get a gauge, figure out what the gauge is, do some measurements so that it fits me, and then I go with it and I just create it. With some basic, it's just basic shaping. There's nothing special going on there with that one. But that is also made with the Bitty Stripes Red Heart yarn. And once it was washed, this yarn surprised me. I didn't realize it would be so soft. And it's actually, when you're working with it, it's okay. It's not great. But once you wash it and then dry it, because you can wash and dry the Bitty Stripes, most of the yarn you see in the background here has to be hand washed and laid out flat to dry. But then I'm also doing with that sweater, I'm doing like a jogger set. So I have been making these pants. So that sweater has a pair of matching pants. Now, of course, it's way too hot to be wearing this right now, but I'm to the knee on the second leg. But these are super cute and fun to wear. And I have make 4 or 5 pairs now. I made a pair that I gave to my friend Jennifer. I made a pair for my daughter for Christmas, and then I have 2 pairs that are hanging in my closet in the other room that I wear all the time in the winter. And then this one is to match the sweater there, so that it's going to be like a set. I have a lot of ideas for things like this to do. I have some other sets that I'm trying to create not create the patterns for, but that I'm creating. And who knows, maybe someday I'll actually get around to writing the patterns for them. Those are just basic, simple pants that you can see online. There's lots of YouTube tutorials for how to make those knitted pants. But that was mostly what I wanted to share today and what I wanted to talk about today, what I'm working on, what I've been working on. I hope that you like this and that you find this useful. And please feel free to give me some comments, share with me what you would like to see from me. As I mentioned, I do a lot of different fiber arts. I spin, I dye, I create, I do home decor, I do wearables. I will be selling some of my hand dyed and some of my projects on my website. Again, it's MsbaumDesigns.square.site. If you're interested in checking it out and, helping me out, give me a like and a subscribe, and I hope to see you again real soon. I do not know how often I will be able to post, but I'm hoping to make this a more regular thing and hopefully get some of you all to follow me along on this new journey that I'm making. I think it's going to be fun. I do enjoy this. This is literally my passion, and if I could do this for a living, it's absolutely what I would do. So thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye.